Jeffrey J. I'm the Executive Director of Hip Hop for Change, and we're a grassroots nonprofit that advocates social justice. Through the culture of hip hop, we raise funds for causes that enrich historically oppressed communities. We stand in mostly affluent neighborhoods, and we flag people down and talk to them about the hood. We talk to them about, social justice issues, food justice, not having enough produce. We talk to them about the prison industrial system that is capitalizing over this horrible depiction of our young brown youth in the media. Our young boys are told to be players and pimps and whatnot. So when I first started rapping, I was rapping about that. And it didn't take me to the best places within myself, but I remember hearing Talib Kweli for the first time and Mos Def, Black on Both Sides, and I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, that stuff made me feel, it woke up an activist spirit within me, I remember rapping about all these things and knowing I didn't have a car. I didn't have any money, and I was such a nerd, no girls like me anyway. You give kids art that is reflective of their experiences and they light up. So that lit me up, and I started going into it, finding other artists that talked about politics and progressive, ideas, social justice, and that took me a direct left, and that's how I got into activism.
All these Negroes ain't sold, all these Negroes ain't sold, all these niggas sold to the highest bidder. Yes, and say your owners, they can always call you nigga. E.R.N.A., the era of the arrogant, the errors of our fame unchecked. Holy truth should be self-evident. American dreaming me you sleep with European slippers on your feet. Red bottom, yeah, got a blood on your soul and the diamond.
Right now, 3 companies own over 90% of the platform for my community's collective expression of who we are and what we care about. We get a depiction of young brown and black people in the media that sets us up for failure. Our kids are getting ideals that they can never live up to instead of having an accessible form of expression that they can use to find out who they are. These cultural forms of expression are so necessary for us to have for ourselves as a community that it is a travesty, to say the least, what these corporations have done with the platform for our culture. So that's what Hip Hop for Change is bringing back. Music is just a tool that surpasses everything. It's a kind of not just communication as far as words, but really it's an emotional connection that all human beings have inside them. So, using music, not only does it pass along ideas and it passes along that love, it brings communities together. I'd like to see a stable, steady platform that is always there for our youth to discover who they are through hip-hop expression. I want our kids to have access to their real culture. I want our kids to have access to a culture that looks like they could do it too. I want them to see hip-hop educators and hip-hop activists and hip-hop lawyers and hip-hop nonprofit directors and see that they can actually become that.
My directive is control sector. Detect effect to disconnect within your whole specter. I interject and if a net elected, so reflector. Protect your necks, I intercept for the control collector.